as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. These guys appear to have figured things out as of late, 4-2 over their last 6 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready for what could be a tough one and perhaps a playoff preview. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Orlando, first down.
They'll run on first down. Meadows. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Third down and 14.
They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Player has it complete. Thrown through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. From the 41, here's second down and 3.
Second and 3.
Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. From the 17, here's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4. At the 17.
He's going to try and take off with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is third and a yard. They'll go with the keeper. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran, in his 9th season now in the league.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a 1st down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
1st down, Chicago.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose him...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The home team's offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
At the 30-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 60 yards. Back to throw again. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go. Meadows. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
At the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Orlando with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Back to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive goes 8 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
He finds his man, complete. It's Fernandez. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First down, Chicago.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
11 on the play. First down, Chicago.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. He appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
4th down and 1.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Able to find Pryor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the final tally.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Meadows. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
A lifeless one that's going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 8-yard line.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And this time he is in. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
A gain of 15. First down, Chicago.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it second down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And they'll send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out at the 5-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
leads to second and
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal, a loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Fernandez. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there as time expires in the first half. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Especially for the final play of the first half to have the guts to do that. But I guess, what do we say? The end will justify the means, right?
Our trip around the NFL starts now with a good matchup in the NFC. All right, Brandon, thanks much. As this Sunday's action is coming to a close, big day of football we had today. Here we go. And this is the running back for the visitors. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Niners had to work for it, but they win it by a field goal. Next up, we go to Big D, specifically Arlington, Texas. Check in on the Cowboys as they host the Jacksonville Jaguars. And here's the Cowboys wideout. He's going to bring this one in, and away he goes. This will be a 70-yard touchdown catch. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy, the New Orleans Saints hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this is the Saints quarterback, touchdown from 20 yards away. These two teams all square 7-7 at halftime. And a look now at the rest of the action around the league here in week number 12. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Under pressure, they got him again. And that'll bring up fourth down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
When there's such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's putting all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Complete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch, good enough for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a gain of 14.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
And he comes back with one complete. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And he is caught. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
It's 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's across midfield. And down right around the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Meadows. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
It's a pickup of
Here
6.
now, 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 59 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business. And
he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
18 on the play. First down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Back to throw now on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game. This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a fourth down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ramos. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, first and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down, Chicago.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
10 more yards.
A good position to be in here, second and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Delgado. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 29, here's second and a couple. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're set up to throw. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for number 82.
Here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again to the fullback on the dive. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave him with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. They'll try to run for it on first and goal. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Second and goal from inside the 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. He'll look to throw. He'll try under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. And the defense rises to the challenge. They get him down for a loss of 2, and it brings up fourth and goal. And his kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 13, a minute 12 to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a fourth in a row as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's good. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
The 45-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to throw. That one caught by Pope. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 1.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Here's first and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
The pass on first down.
Here comes second down.
To number 39. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second and 3 at the 19-yard line.
And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. The noise is getting deafening. Here's third down and 3. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Orlando, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago,